Greetings to all of you. This is Lightworker with another live stream. Welcome to my channel. If you are new, please remember to subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So this live stream took a little bit longer than usual to start. I don't know if anybody can hear me or can see me yet. I don't see the chat moving, but I'm hoping that everybody got notified. So I will be waiting a little bit so that everybody gets notified by YouTube. I can see Green Baby 123. Hi, how are you? So again, this will be a live Akashic Records reading. I will be going over each and every zodiac sign. It is important that you remember that you need to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and for your moon sign. And take from each reading for each zodiac sign what resonates with you. Remember that these are general readings. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please email me at AMALIGHTWORKER@gmail.com. You can find my website and my email in the chat right here, but also listed down here below in the show more description box. I can see Rebecca, how are you? So if you are live on the chat, just send me a little chat, a little greeting, and let me know where is it that you are chatting from. And May, it's an important turning point for a lot of us. There's a lot of karmic events that will be happening. And when karmic events happen, it does not necessarily mean that they have to be big. It could be tiny little things that you don't even know that is meant to happen that way. Globally, we will be experiencing a huge shift. The Akashic records are talking about how light forces and dark forces are trying to balance each other off. There's going to be a huge karmic point. Some of you may say that it could be connected to the north nodes, but not necessarily only involving that. There is a need globally, but also for each and every one of us personally, to have some sort of a breakthrough in finances, in houses, particularly for those places that are going through housing crisis, particularly for those countries who recently had to go through an election, or you may still be going through an election. An election is coming, and they're talking about a global health crisis that needs to be reconstructed. The healthcare system in many countries around the globe, it needs to be better. It needs to be a different system in order. But they're also talking about how the digitalization of technology will be taken over. And in many countries, we could facilitate certain processes that used to be a little bit more difficult in the past. There are some technical difficulties, issues going on still in different parts of the globe. We saw it with a blackout in different countries in Europe that are still bound to happen here and there, but not to that degree that was connected with the blackout. And they're talking about many of us, we could also be experiencing, I'm talking at the general level, some problems with foreign languages, foreign cultures. Maybe something doesn't quite translate, a gesture, a habit, a tradition from another country, another culture could be misunderstood by another country, by a group of people, by a different religion, or simply not being translated properly, the language. So that was just the general energy. I am now going to begin with the first sign of the zodiac. Please do follow along with me because sometimes I forget which sign of the zodiac is next. Give me just one little moment. Okay. Aries sun, Aries rising, and Aries moon. May 2024. There is the general sense that for some of you, you either had to go recently through some sort of a headache or issues around headaches, migraines, issues that are affecting your body from your throat and up. If you are an Aries that falls in this category, it feels that in May, you are going to be able to find the root cause of it and take care of it properly. There is the general sense that throughout May, you may have a tendency to overthink. For some of you, you may feel that emotionally, you just want to jumpstart a relationship with somebody or a friendship. It is very important that right now you understand that you do not have to rush your feelings. Whether there is a new person in your life, whether there is a project that you feel very passionate about, whether there is a new situation in your life, a partner, a love partner, a sexual partner, don't rush your feelings. You may have a tendency to miscalculate a situation, miscalculating the risk, miscalculating the finances associated with it. So make sure that you properly understand the full picture. This is a time now to understand not only your short term vision, your short term goals, but also to understand how these short term goals are contributing to your bigger vision, to your larger vision, to your long term vision. I'm seeing that for some of you, you may need to check in with a doctor in terms of certain medical procedures. For some of you, it could be about kidney stones. Maybe you're just recuperating from it. So, for some of you, you could be going through some medical procedures connected to your health, or even just medical procedures that are more so cosmetic to enhance your beauty more than they are in connection to your health. Some of you around this time, you could be concerned about the health of somebody else. Maybe they're just getting the flu, maybe there is something more serious going on with them, and you may be visiting them. You may be taking care of them, or you could be visiting them at the hospital. I see many of you interested in a new job, not necessarily that you may lose the job that you have or quit, but I'm getting the sense that many of you are now getting ready to widen your horizons. You may feel ready that when it comes to your job, to your career, you are ready to spread your wings, maybe to do something slightly different, not necessarily only stay in one field or in one profession. You may be looking into related fields. Around this time, some of you surprisingly could be getting some sort of a proposal out of nowhere. Could this proposal could bring an opportunity for a job, for a promotion, for a raise. For some of you, it could be a little bit more of a sexual kind of a proposal. There is the sense that many of you will be flattered. This month, you may be receiving a lot of compliments, a lot of attention, and you are going to love being showered with love and attention. Love and attention could be coming to you from one person, from family. Maybe if some of you have followers, you may be getting that from your followers online. One thing is for sure, though, Aries, you won't be going unnoticed throughout the month of May. Some of you are going to take an interest in what is happening in the world, politics, election, what is happening to the economy, what is happening with finances. You may be looking at if the market is crashing, what's going on with finances. So some of you will be drawn to a certain cause that you believe in. Maybe you are drawn to participate in protest or signing a petition. So you may find yourself a little bit more involved in what's happening around you, whether it's connected to politics or whether it's connected to another cause that you believe in. Some of you will be nominated for some work that you did. This may be happening within an organization that you belong to, organization that you may be associated with. This may be happening within the sphere of your work. You may be nominated for something. If you are creative by nature, you are an artist, you submitted something to like a screenplay, a book, I don't know, video, painting. I'm getting the sense that you could be now accepted into some sort of a show or an expo where your work, your business, your talents may be showcased. So some work that you've been doing will be nominated to win a prize or an award. Or it could be the case that for some of you, you could be nominated Employee of the Month, Employee of the Week, etc., etc., etc. There is the sense that for some of you, whatever happened in the past, something there needs to be completed, or it needs to end, or it needs to stop. So there is this general sense that one by one, you're going to notice tiny little things that will happen not only in May, but throughout the entire year of 2025, where little by little you're going to see many of your projects being completed, emotional affairs, what's going on internally with you, coming to an end, to a closure, finding the comfort that you need. Or even finding, sometimes you just need someone to be there for you. Maybe you're going through, maybe you are still struggling with some feelings of something comes to an end. There's grieving associated with it. So somehow you are going to find support in the most unexpected places coming to you, Aries. In the meantime, you may be struggling with your own inner feelings. Sometimes you feel hopeful, sometimes you're not feeling hopeful. Sometimes you're satisfied with the general things in life. Sometimes you're not. But there will be a turning point where emotionally or internally you're going to feel more stable. If you are someone who is looking to find a direction, whether you need to find a direction within a given relationship that you may have, whether you need to find a direction within a job or a career or just a life direction, something will happen and is going to be a strong indicator to you that this is what you are meant to do, this is where you are meant to be. This is the direction that is for you. So, in other words, you are going to feel more connected to your calling in life. So basically, you're going to feel, some of you are about to receive good news. And when you do receive this good news, you're going to feel like you won the lottery. So it's the feeling of it. And you're going to be able to overcome some major obstacles. Maybe these major obstacles are not recent. Maybe they happened a long time ago. But there is a major shift now. So you are overcoming major obstacles. Many of you will be dealing with money, credit cards, loans, banks, mortgages. So I get a sense of many of you getting your financial affairs in order, getting your bills paid, going over or examining your finances. I'm even seeing that many of you could be dealing with important documents, documentation, signing contracts, important deals and agreements could be happening for many of you around this time. Always remember to listen for your rising sign, your moon sign, and your sun sign. Taurus, Taurus rising, Taurus sun, and Taurus moon for May 2024. Sometimes your stubbornness fails you in life. It doesn't serve you right. But this time around, Taurus, sun, rising, and moon. There is a sense that your stubbornness may just help you to get ahead in a complicated situation. For some of you, this complicated situation may be around your love life, your marriage, could be connected to a relationship, potentially a divorce for some of you. So, if anything needs to be finalized around a marriage or a divorce, will be finalized around this time. You are going to have to make important decisions, especially if you are either in a marriage or in a relationship. Because for many of you, you are reaching a point where you're going to feel that this is either make it or break it. I am with a person that I feel that I belong, and you need to somehow make this official or move on to the next stage of your relationship, whether the next stage is moving in together, make it official, date each other exclusively, having a child. So important decisions to be made. But if you have felt that maybe something is off, you're not happy or satisfied, maybe deep down you know that the person you are with, it's not the person for you, you are going to be thinking about it a lot. And in the next few months, maybe even now in May, you could be making a big decision around that, maybe not to be together anymore. That could be the case for some of you. If you are still looking to find love, maybe you are single and available, I'm seeing many of you chatting online with someone. And I'm getting the sense of some sort of a mutual attraction. This may be someone you work with, maybe this could be someone that you know this person from before. Some of you are trying online dating. Like I'm seeing getting your flirt on. Okay, this is a general reading, so whatever happens is going to be different for different Taurians, but definitely people will be commenting on your looks, the way you dress. There's just something deeply sexually magnifying, or sexual charm about you, and you're going to feel pretty good and confident about it. I'm getting the sense of some of you having to deal with your teeth, getting dental work, maybe going for the usual procedure of cleaning your teeth, but there's something significant going on with teeth and the health of your teeth. So, oral hygiene for some of you Taurians. Some of you will be contacting or communicating with at least one person that maybe you haven't contacted them in a long time. Could be a long lost friend from way, way, way back when. Could be a group or an organization you used to be associated with. Could be co-workers from a very, very old job from many, many years ago. Old classmates from a long time ago. You may also even feel a little bit nostalgic about certain things, certain situations from your past. Some of you will be either given the green light to proceed and go ahead with certain applications, legal proceedings. It could be connected to marriages, divorces. It may be connected to business, settlements, contracts. Some of you may be looking around this time around legal counsel or even professional advice around finances, assets, properties, homes. Some of you could be taking some sort of a training around this time, courses, classes, and there is the sense that you may be feeling that you need to find a deeper meaning in life. What is sacred for you? What does it mean to be spiritual? What is God? Maybe what is the supernatural? So you may develop like this attraction towards the supernatural, you will be drawn to this. But I'm also seeing a lot of you being drawn to murder mystery books, murder mystery documentaries, movies. So there's something about the mystical but also mysteries that you are going to be drawn to. There is the sense that some of you may be receiving news around somebody either giving their resignation at their job or quitting a job, and this could be you for some of you. But there's for sure there's a lot of stories around you where people are either thinking of giving their resignation, changing their job, quitting. You may be having your own ideas about what would you like to do next in life. Doesn't necessarily that you have to do it now, but you may be having thoughts, ideas, wishes, desires about where do you see yourself next in life, whether it's professionally, personally, with your familiar life, or just in life in general. Some of you may be dealing with documentation around travels, especially if you're planning a vacation, especially if you're planning on traveling, short-term travel, long-term travel. I'm seeing some of you having to look for passports, IDs, driver's licensing, so some sort of a proper documentation. I hope that this is making sense to you, Taurus. Always remember to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Gemini, Gemini sun, Gemini rising, and Gemini moon. May 2025. You are going to feel very creative. And it's a good thing when you do feel creative, because it does feel that now that your creativity is kicking on, you may end up having wonderful ideas. You may end up creating inventions. If you are into scientific research, medicine research in general, you may end up either discovering something that is very big, or coming up with your own ideas, creating items, I don't know, inventions, poetry, books, programs, training programs. It's going to feel almost like you are becoming a channel for this creativity to come along. So whatever it is that you are drawn to, music, arts, dancing, painting, writing, follow through with that. The Akashic records are telling me that for many of you Geminis, whether you are a Gemini sun, rising, or moon, there is a lot of support on the other side. There is a maternal figure on the other side. For some of you, this could be a mother-like figure, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, an aunt, a teacher, a friend that maybe you have on the other side that somehow is sending blessings your way. In a short period of time from now, you may find yourself in a situation where some sort of an inheritance comes your way. You may be dealing with a settlement of an inheritance. I am getting the sense that some of you may be asked to handle certain family affairs, family situations. It could be between you and your siblings. You may have to handle certain family affairs on behalf of one of your parents or other family members. So there are certain situations, whether these are agreements, disagreements, stuff that is happening in the family, that you are going to have to handle right now in May. You may have mixed emotions in May, whether it is about family situations, or these are just your own personal feelings. But before you know it, you are going to figure out what's going on beneath all of these emotions. Okay, whatever is it that makes you feel perplexed, or making you feel having this duality of your feelings, of your emotions. Some of you are going to have a great deal of luck by the acquaintances that you're going to run across right now. I'm seeing a lot of you being introduced or being connected to new people in your life, or maybe you know them casually from before and they just reappear in your life. These are people that you may know through your family relations. You may know them through friends of friends. Somehow you're going to feel connected or drawn to each other because there is something karmic here going on. Either you are meant to help them to solve a big puzzle in their life, but for some, the majority of you, it feels like it is through these people that are showing in your life, through connections that you have with family relations, friends of family, friends of friends, that they may end up just being a big blessing in your life. For some of you, there is the sense that there could be feelings here involved, romantic feelings developing. Okay, the possibility of pursuing a relationship together, possibly. And for some of you, there is the sense that it is through these family connections or friends of friends, that acquaintances, that you may end up finding your next best job. And I'm getting the sense of you that whatever is considered bureaucratic, maybe you have to go through a bureaucratic process in order for you to attain, to achieve something. Now, all of this will be speed up. Okay, there is an ending now or a resolution to anything that maybe has slowed you down, particularly if to you it feels like bureaucratic situations of bureaucratic kinds of delays. It is very important that you also focus on creating a new routine, a new daily routine, and keeping that routine. Whatever you decide to do now, it will give you great results. Whether you decide to put yourself on some sort of a diet, whether you decide to quit a bad habit, maybe you want to quit smoking, maybe there is another bad habit that you are trying to quit. This is the perfect time for this. You have a lot of support to do this. Maybe you want to find a support group. So it's all about you attracting very easily. It's karma, right? Attracting in your life people that are meant to somehow guide you, to be there for you at the right place at the right time. They may just show up giving you the information that you need, and maybe you never see this person again. So there is this sense that even for you, you're going to feel this connection to new groups of people. You may find yourself in new social situations, like a whole new social group is opening up for you. Some of you Geminis may be thinking of hosting some sort of a party, hosting a meeting, hosting a soiree, hosting some sort of a professional gathering, even. So go for it. It feels like if you are not sure whether to do it or not, or even creating like a Facebook page or an online page for something, I'm getting a sense that the Akashic Records would like to encourage you to continue with that. If you have a partner, if you are in an established relationship or in a marriage, I get the sense that important communications are happening. You need to have an important talk about the finances, joint ventures you have together, the life that you share together, and the future vision. It's going to be one of those moments where you just have this spontaneous one-to-one interaction with one another that is going to be deeply meaningful to you. Some of you recently, maybe you haven't had truly a chance to either enjoy your life or to truly enjoy your partner. So that will be shifting and changing now, because I am seeing you, Gemini, feeling more satisfied from life, or even from a relationship that you have. However, there is something going on energetically, emotionally with your heart, particularly with the back of your heart, where all of these old emotions, old energy, memories that maybe you carry. Also, remember, every cell has its own memory that will be cleared out of the way. I'm seeing many of you Geminis doing like a deep clean to a place where you live, going through closets, going through clothes, collecting things, deciding what stays, what goes out. Some of you could potentially be preparing for a move, but I'm getting a sense that some of you may find yourself cleaning stuff that maybe you haven't cleaned in a while. If you are somebody in the process of waiting for some sort of a governmental official news, maybe you applied for something that is connected to the government, whether it's a work permit, visa, I don't know, maybe you applied to renew your passport, any documents, maybe you were just applied for a job or a contract with the government or through the government sources and channels. I'm just getting a sense that you are either getting the information that you need or the news that you need or the stamp of approval. Some of you may be dealing with embassies or consulates around this time. I'm told that some of you could be in the process of getting yourself certified, getting yourself licensed. So some sort of a course or school comes to an ending, because I'm seeing certifications, diplomas, degrees, permits, whatever you need. In other words, coming together for you. Some of you may be thinking of either starting off some sort of a business online, or you may be dealing with new responsibilities in the place of work. It's very important that you understand where your balance is between work, how much time you spend online, on social media, your own personal time, family time. So you figure out what is the balance that you need now. I'm also getting the sense that many of you Geminis are looking into whether you need to take vitamins, whether you need to check in with a doctor about the dosage of any medications that you may be taking. So from this point on, something goes okay with your health, particularly for those of you who maybe you struggled a little bit with your health. Now there is a turning around for the better. With that being said, Gemini, please do not neglect going to the doctors, whether it's just for like a general checkup or for anything else. I'll say, don't lose hope, whatever that means for you, Gemini. And I am a Gemini moon, so as the month goes along, I will figure out why is it that they had to emphasize that. Know when to quit and know when to push forward. So think on that, Gemini. I hope that made sense to you. Always remember to listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign, Gemini. Now we have Cancer, Cancer sun, Cancer rising, and Cancer moon for May 2025. There's a huge turning around of energies, situations involving a home, involving a living arrangement, a living situation, and a family matter. There is the sense that for some of you, whether you had issues in your property, whether it was affected by weather conditions, okay, something here comes together. You may be dealing with insurances about a home that you have or a property that you live. I'm seeing a lot of repairs being done, and repairs that will go the right way. Things being repaired and fixed. Many of you will be able to figure out how to pay for a debt, or maybe even being able to finally finalize a situation around a debt or fully pay for it. Some of you are going to decide to join forces or to quit one organization and maybe join another organization, a country club, a social group that you feel that is a better fit for you. You may be changing memberships around this time. Maybe you have a certain gym membership in one gym and you switch to another one. You may be looking into social groups that you belong to. Do they still resonate with you? Okay, maybe there's a different group, organization, that maybe resonates better now with the ideas that you have now, who you are now. You are going to notice this huge shift about the way how you think, ideas that maybe you believed before. So there is this shift of what you believe. You are expanding your horizons. Okay, your mind is expanding. You are now ready to fully see and comprehend the truth, your authenticity, but from a higher perspective. Some of you around this time will be consulting with some sort of a religious figure or a spiritual mentor or a spiritual teacher. For some of you, could be a priest or whatever religion you have. You may be consulting about religious matters, spirituality matters, metaphysical matters. So whatever your comprehension about it is, you're going to be drawn to something. You may be drawn to a whole new spiritual movement, a new religion. You may stop believing in the stuff that you believe altogether because you are drawn now to something else that resonates better with you. If you had to go through some sort of a medical intervention, medications, surgeries, there is a sense that if you had to go through that, now your body is recuperating and is responding well to certain treatments. If you have decided to change your diet, you are figuring out what foods are better for you and what foods your body doesn't react good to, there's going to be success in that. For many of you, you are noticing that your daily routine is shifting, your daily light is changing. Many of you will be looking into your financial investments. You may be consulting more or not being sure whether to invest, to take your money out of one account, one business account, one investment portfolio, or not. So there's going to be a lot of doubts and questions about your financial affairs. If you rent and you have a landlord, you may have to deal with your landlord this month. If you are a landlord, you may have to address different issues with different tenants. Okay, there is this sense that many of you will be interacting a lot more than usual with neighbors or your community, the community where you live. Pay attention to anything that has to deal with water. Okay. Faucets, water, rain, flooding. Some of you may need to address some issues around that, even sink maybe being clogged or overflowing. I'm seeing some of you forgetting to close the tub and is overflowing. So you may have to address some water related issues or rain, flooding related issues for some of you. If you have been applying or waiting for some money to come through, whether it's somebody who wants your money, a delayed check, a delayed payment, benefits that you qualify to get, so something that was owed to you now returns to you. And for the majority of you, it seems to be money. Okay, something good that you did in the past and maybe you have completely forgotten about it. Cancer is now coming back to reward you in the most unexpected, surprising ways. So for many of you, karma can be rewarding this time around. You may have to deal with people that you have to use a lot of diplomacy. They may be angry, they may be confused. Use a lot of diplomacy. Even if you are typing and sending a message, even if you are communicating online. Also, pause for a moment, think what you want to say, think about what you want to write in that message or email, and then act. So breathe first and then act later. Use a lot of diplomacy because it's going to be easy throughout the month of May to have disputes, fights, or miscommunications with some people. If these are situations that have already happened, then there's going to be clarity in that. There's going to be a resolution to these situations. I hope, Cancer, that made sense to you. And please remember to listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. Is it Leo that comes next after Cancer? Leo, right? Okay, Leo Sun, Leo Rising, and Leo Moon for May 2025. For many of you, work or career related matters, work related matters will be going very well. If you have been struggling with some work or career matters, there's going to be a major breakthrough. Some of you may be dealing with a situation where, in a work related situation, people are changing teams. You may be changing teams or departments, and somehow that turns out to be a blessing for you, whether it's other people that are changing teams or departments, or you personally are doing that. If you have to deal with foreigners, foreign cultures, foreign countries, foreign currency, it turns out that it may be lucky for you, or it's going to bring to you some opportunities. You having to deal with foreign countries, foreign lands, foreign shores, foreign cultures, or foreign people, even having to deal with foreign languages for some of you. However, you may be struggling with the sense that something you did in the past, and some of you may feel that you need to apologize to somebody. Maybe you were wrong, maybe you misjudged them, or maybe you misjudged the situation. So you have been dealing with some confusing matters or confusing situations. Now in May, either the situation clarifies on its own, gets resolved on its own, or you gain the clarity that you didn't have before, that you need looking into this situation. So it's all about how you comprehend, how you take it in. You're going to notice even your body's energy is shifting. Give yourself the time that you need. Okay, whatever, if your body needs to rest, or like listen to what your body is telling you. Okay, and give yourself the time that you need, because certain emotions, certain situations, certain things that are happening, they need to take its time to settle. Okay, especially emotions that need to settle. So take your time and listen to your body. Most importantly, Leo, it's very important that you pay attention to your own intuition. You have been doubting your intuition. Okay, you have been doubting what your gut feeling is telling you. It's time for you to stand true to your authenticity, to stand in your own power. And how do you do that? Listen to your body, listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to your intuition. It is through family connections, a family related situation, that some blessings will be coming your way. For some of you, a family member may be showing up to help you, maybe to help with one of your children if you happen to have any, to take care of you if you need to be taken care of. But I'm also seeing a money related situation where a property, money, or something else comes to you through some form of an inheritance coming your way, Leo. But I'm also shown that the month of July, Leo, July 2025, will also turn out to be a very important month for you. Some of you could either be invited to attend or be a speaker in some sort of a conference. Could be a work related conference, maybe you are simply sitting in the audience, but for some of you, you may have to deal with doing a major presentation. Okay, in a conference, in a job, in a meeting, you may have to deal with media and social media, or doing presentation, dealing with an audience more so than usual. Some of you are completing some major work. Some of you may be dealing with editing and launching of a book, programs, websites. So this is a good month to do more activities on social media. For those of you who maybe you are looking to get more followers, or open a new channel, open a new social media page. You may be changing your name on social media. You may be changing pictures, icons on social media. You may be changing the name of a website if you have one. So it feels like some aesthetic changes that you will be doing with your online persona, your online representation of your self. Pay attention not to get too steered on or too involved in commenting online. Some of you may be even fighting online with somebody. Don't pay too much attention to that, because it's going to be easy to deal with trolls or people that somehow attack you on social media. So be a little bit more aware of those situations, dear Leo. If you are planning to attend a wedding, if you're planning on going on vacation, if you are planning family events, family outings, there is a sense that maybe itineraries may change, dates may change, times may change. So plans are not quite yet just finalized. You may be changing them around, other people may be changing them around. So go with the flow. It's not a big deal. You are still on time to shift and change around plans, itineraries, times, and dates. So I hope that that made sense to you. And Leo, remember to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Virgo sun, Virgo rising, and Virgo moon. May 2025. You're taking matters onto your own hands. You're going to feel more in charge of your emotions. You're going to feel more in charge of certain situations that to you before they felt like out of control. If you are a working Virgo, you're going to notice that more freedom will be granted to you in your work or in a project that you are working on. Okay. And there is a sense that for some of you, it's like you are trying to break the mold. You are trying to break the glass ceiling. You're trying to get out of that box that either you put yourself or other people put you in this box. You may be just getting out of your comfort zone. Is that you're taking a chance, doing something different, trying new things, getting out of your comfort zone. You're taking a leap of faith in something, and it may turn out to work for you. You are not okay with other people determining your identity, telling you what to do. It feels like now you are ready to take on more charge, more duties, more responsibilities, to truly come more and more onto your own authority, Virgo. And granted, this happens in phases, but you're going to see the first sparks of that, the first things, okay, in your in the journey of you coming more and more into your own power. I'm seeing some of you going for some form of a treatment. Some of you may be going for a massage, acupuncture, energy work, Reiki. You may going to see a chiropractor, a physician. Some of you are going to go see a doctor that really helped you before, or a health practitioner, or an energy worker that helped you before. Some of you are just doing routine work or routine checkups. But I'm getting the sense that anything medically that you may be going through or you decide to do will be going well. So if you have been struggling with your health, I get a sense of you feeling better and lighter. You are now approaching life with from a different point of view, with more hope. You may be dealing with a debt, figuring out and having a plan, a financial plan about how to deal with your finances, what money goes where, to pay for what, how much money you are making. Some of you will even work out the courage to either ask for a promotion or for a raise. So little by little, you are sorting out your affairs. You're getting your affairs in order, Virgo. There's going to be a chance encounter. For some of you, you may be running into an ex-employer, ex-coworker, ex-classmate, a romantic ex. So I'm just getting the sense, for some reason, either running into an ex or dealing with an ex around this time. And I'm also getting the sense that some of you, if you are single, you may now be interested in approaching a new person or feeling ready for a new relationship in your life. If you are in an established relationship or in a marriage, there is a sense that some of you may be talking about the possibility of either having a child, or you may be receiving news of a grandchild coming in your life, depending on what group age you belong to. So I'm just getting the sense of good news involving children, fertility, and or something good, some good news about a child's life happening around you. You may have to deal with taxes, sort out taxes, something about taxes that some of you are addressing in May. So I hope that that made sense to you, Virgos. Always listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. Okay, Virgo. Now we have Libra. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon, May 2025. It's very important, Libra, that you understand who you used to be and who you are, how life used to be and how life is. Because for some of you, you are going through this reevaluation of everything. But it's very important that you understand that you're not going to solve anything by overthinking, over analyzing. You may just have the tendency to do that. If you had a little bit of a hard time enjoying life or having more fun or socializing, now it feels that life creates opportunities for you to get more enjoyment out of life, to have more fun. Some of you could be joining some sort of a meditation group. I'm seeing some of you taking more trips in nature just to be outside of nature. Some of you are going to feel more courageous to try to have like first time experiences in life. There's a situation involving a business partner, or even a friendship and money being involved as well, that maybe it happened in the past and now something needs to be resolved, either financially or emotionally, with the friend or the business partner, or even involving both of them. Some of you, if you live with somebody, if you are married, if you have joint finances with somebody, joint ventures, business venture with someone, now there is a sense of going through everything like properties, money, joint assets together, examining those, analyzing those. Many of you will be examining your finances because maybe you plan on either buying a car, selling a car, paying debt. Some of you are going to be doing some sort of a reevaluation of how much money your home is now worth. So dealing with finances, know the true value of something. And you may just be getting ready to purchase a home or a new home, and that's going to be the case for some of you Libras. Something that you have lost returns to you, or maybe you thought you did. You may have to take a look, take a look very, very carefully at any contracts you have, rental properties contracts, insurances you have. Read the fine print. There's something there that you cannot miss. So around this time, you may be dealing with different types of insurances: home insurance, car insurance, health insurance. You may have to renew a license. You may have to deal with something that involves a registration. Maybe you have to register it again, memberships, renewing contracts, renewing insurances. So read very carefully the fine print. If you had a situation with a family member where maybe things didn't just go right between the two of you, it feels that there's a time for you to sort out whatever was happening between you and this family member, whether this is a close family member or a distant family member, or if it is someone significant to you, maybe your significant other. It's very important that you don't rush your judgment. You may be dealing with a new situation, a new person. Maybe you have misjudged the situation, a certain situation that happened before. So you are very cautious of not allowing the same mistake to happen twice. Don't rush too soon. Don't misjudge a situation. Wait for the facts, wait for the evidence. So it feels like in May you're going to be very sensitive to people who may be trying to sell lies. It feels like you're looking for, let's wait and see what happens. I'm looking for the evidence. I'm looking for the facts. So you may be dealing with some mistrust issues throughout May. And Libra, always remember to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. So after Libra, I believe we have Scorpio. Scorpio sun, Scorpio rising, and Scorpio moon, May 2025. There's going to be a certain charm about you. If there is anything that you are after, you definitely have the charm to charm anyone, whether you need to do a presentation, a job interview. That seems to be very powerful for some of you Scorpios having to deal with media, social media. If you want to woo someone into liking you, I'm seeing like people being drawn to you. So in May, somebody may be charming you in a romantic sense. You may be charming them. So there could be some sort of a mutual attraction happening for some of you Scorpios. You could be partnering up with new people. And I mean that maybe in a work situation, you are assigned to work with different people, new people. There's going to be a shift with the people that you work with, work for some of you Scorpios. But there is this sense that whoever they end up pairing you with, it kind of works for the both of you. Maybe you're still in school and maybe you end up being partnering up with a new love partner, and that collaboration seems to work for you. So there is a sense of collaborations feeling very lucrative for you, or going very well for you in May. You may still question yourself. You may still have doubts about your feelings. You still may not be sure whether this person is truthful. This could be a new friend. This could be somebody you may be considering to do a business deal, or somebody that you may be considering to have some sort of a romantic liaison or even a romantic partnership with. So it feels like in May, it feels like in May you want to make sure whether this is the person you want to pursue farther or not. And I'm getting the sense that some of you may be rewarded in some way. So you could either feel emotionally rewarded, some work that you did, or through your work, you may be rewarded through your work, even be nominated, some work that you did or project that you did, being nominated, getting a lot of praise for your work for some of you. And there is a sense that you are going to feel truly inspired, motivated, okay, to change your life. If you need to change your health, you're going to be inspired and motivated to do that, whatever that means for you, whether you need to work out, go through a new medical treatment, seek a new doctor, etc., etc. You may feel motivated and inspired to change your daily routine. You may feel more drawn to what gives more spiritual meaning for you, what is divine for you. Some of you could be noticing a huge shift, a huge change in your own sense of intuition and psychic ability, okay, particularly in your dreams. Your dreams are going to be deeply meaningful. You are going to attract people that are just going to glide through your life, giving you the push that you need, giving you the advice that you need, the right people at the right time, saying the right things. So you are entering a phase of your life where you are naturally, effortlessly just attracting people that would like to help you in your life. Some of you may be reconnecting with friends from the past, cousins from the past, family members that you haven't seen in a long time. There could be some sort of a reunion happening for some of you Scorpios. If you are in an established relationship or in a marriage, you may be looking at, is there a crack in this relationship, in this marriage? What can we do to fix it? Is it fixable or not? If not, you are ready and willing to walk away. That's going to be the situation for some of you, but not for all of you. But I'm also getting the sense that people are going to be very generous towards you, whether they're giving you money, gifts of cash, other forms of gifts. They may be generous with you with their time, advice. Your social life is changing. You're connecting with new people, so you are now willing to make new friends and to make new acquaintances. Sorry for the noise outside. I hope that you are still able to hear me clearly. You may just end up being in a situation where they may be asking you to do a speech, to do a presentation, so to speak to an audience, okay? And it could be, you may have to deal with a lot of impromptu situations in May, spontaneous situations in May. So I hope, Scorpio, that is making sense to you, but be very careful with your financial dealings. This may not be the time or the place for you to spend a lot of money unless that was planned for and carefully examined. So there is a chance of you having the tendency spontaneously to spend a lot of money and maybe later regret doing that. So careful around spending too much money. I'm not saying careful around spending money. I'm saying careful around spending too much money. I hope that makes sense to you, Scorpio. Always listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. So, which sign comes after Scorpio? Is it Capricorn or is it Sagittarius? I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not going to affect the reading, but I just want to get the right order. Okay, so okay, I have comments that Sagittarius is next. Okay, Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon, May 2025. There is a sense that for some of you, you may be feeling a little bit nostalgic about the past. You could be reconnecting with friends or groups of people you haven't had a chance to truly talk and spend some quality time. For some of you, it could be about family members or relatives that maybe you haven't really had any chance to spend some quality time. I'm seeing lots of you spending time in nature, having home gatherings. I'm seeing many of you going for a picnic, going for a barbecue. I'm seeing travels where there used to be some sort of a problem or a blockage with money. Maybe you had an account or money, but it wasn't accessible to you. You couldn't access that money just yet. Okay. Now it becomes accessible to you. You may be thinking of somehow doing new things with your life. So for some of you, you may be picking up on traveling, more traveling. You may be drawn to new places, new cultures, foreign languages, foreign cuisines. And if you don't have a chance to do that in person, you may be doing that through social media, watching documentaries, watching TV, reading books about new countries, new cultures, new food, different cuisine, ethnic cuisine, maybe. So somehow you are expanding your knowledge, but at the same time, you may also be questioning things. You may not be so sure whether the path that you are on is the right path for you for your life. You may not be so sure whether a relationship that you have, or for some of you it could be a new relationship, maybe you just got to meet someone, you may not be too sure whether this is the person or not. So in the next 2 or 3 months, you may still be testing the waters with this new person, or you may still be testing the waters with a new job. That's the case for some of you. If you find yourself in a new business partnership, you may still testing the waters with this new business partner. because I'm getting the sense that some of you have been cheated before, screwed before, so to speak, and you don't like to repeat the same mistake again, particularly in any dealings that involves money. Okay? And some of you may be switching apartments. For some reason, I'm not specifically seeing a house, I'm seeing an apartment. Okay, you, an opportunity could be presenting itself, and maybe you end up investing in a new property, in a new apartment. I'm seeing some of you dealing with a bank, with a loan, with a mortgage, credit card. Maybe you get a new, some sort of encouraging news around raising your credit limit, being able to pay some debt, school loans. Some of you are preparing or studying or training to get some sort of a certification, a license. So it feels like some of you are putting in the work, whether it's a class, you're training yourself, you're doing some form of a training. And it feels like you may still be training for a while, even after May for some of you, and it's going to be something very rewarding. It could be that in the workplace, the work people, in the workplace, you may end up being trained into something new. You could be the one in charge of training other people. So these type of situations will be going well, and in the long run, they will end up rewarding you. Some of you have been overly working. Now, Sagittarius, they would like for you to think, if you have been overworking, is it worth it? If you have been putting in extra hours, is it worth it financially? Examine these affairs, because right now you are reaching a point when you need to understand your value. Are you being paid enough for the kind of value, the quality that you bring to your work? Are you underestimating yourself, or are you overly estimating yourself? Because these issues will be coming up. You need to do a frank evaluation of your work, your time, your efforts. And I'm getting the sense that for some of you, if you are a Sagittarius who has been having some work issues for a while, it could be that in May, job interviews line up or job opportunities line up for you. I don't see you quitting your job just yet, but you may just be preparing to land a new job. So that's going to be the situation for some of you. I am sorry, there's a lot of noise around this building tonight. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. I'm getting the sense that for some of you, you could be receiving some surprise news around fertility issues, fertility treatments, pregnancies, children being born. You may be receiving some news coming to you from family, about family, and relatives. It feels like there's going to be a few events that you're going to have to attend because they involve family. And I'm seeing you being prepared to attend graduation parties, birthday parties, weddings, engagement parties. It feels like you already know how you're going to be spending the next few months, because all of these events, even work events, um, are now coming up all one by one. If you are somebody who works with clients, I'm getting the sense that some big clients leaves now or they get transferred, but I'm getting the sense that bigger clients are coming in, whether these are clients that bring in more money, whether you are self-employed and you provide services. So you're going to even notice a shift in the type of clients that you are attracting. And if you are dealing with new people, new clients, or new business associates, they may turn out to be very useful and very helpful, and having this very good harmony between the two of you working together or collaborating together. So pay attention to, if you work with clients, pay attention to the type of clients that you are attracting right now. I hope that that is making sense to you. Pay attention to the health of your eyes. I don't know whether it's allergies or maybe you need to check your vision with the oculist, with the eye doctor, but some issues that you can perfectly resolve, handle, address them if you address them soon enough. So something around your eyes and the health of your eyes, your vision may be coming up for some of you Sagittarians in May. I hope that that is making sense to you. Always listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and for your moon sign. And now we have Capricorn, Capricorn sun, Capricorn rising, and Capricorn moon for May 2025. I had to think for a moment because as I was saying 2025, I almost wanted to say 2019. It's very important, Capricorn, that you go over of what was happening in your life in 2019. How were you feeling emotionally? Okay, because there is something about May 2025 and somehow it's connected to what was happening in your life. And how were you feeling internally around 2019? There is going to be a huge resolution now. Could be that karma takes place, particularly if you had to deal with unfairness. Could be about situations and struggles coming to an end, particularly if you are dealing with struggles in 2019, or maybe they originated in 2019. So it feels like a whole cycle of things not going well for you now comes to an end. And many situations will be coming to an end between May, June, and July of 2025, one by one. Negative situations will be coming to an end. And this may also be situations or difficulties that happen right now. They didn't necessarily originated in the past, but you are also going to see that you also have a lot of support or help comes in the right time to deal with these difficulties or with this negative cycle of events. Some of you are now finally going to work out the courage to ask for a raise or to ask for a promotion. You could be having like a non-official conversation about the possibility of you getting either a raise or a promotion, and you will be getting the guidance that you need. What do you need to fulfill? What requirements you need to fulfill to be able to qualify for it? And if a raise or a promotion doesn't happen now, I'm getting the sense that for some of you, obviously this is a general reading, so for some of you, it may just be happening around September and October 2025. There is a whole cycle of different things in your life that just didn't work out, didn't go well. And suddenly it feels like your whole luck is shifting and changing for the better, particularly around things that break, where you have to substitute stuff, whether it's technology, things around the home, cars, projects, even relationships. Okay. But there's also a certain sense that deep down, even though it may not make sense to you right away, it may just not make sense to you at all now. For some of you, for the majority of you, there is a deep need for you to forgive yourself, to forgive the past, and to forgive others. Whatever has happened has happened. It's very important that you focus on the right now, not to dwell too much into the future either, not to worry so much about what the future is going to bring. Live your life for now. Focus on what can you do this week. What plans do you have to do this week? What are your goals this week? So take it week per week. And this advice is not just throughout May. Take life week per week. Okay. Understand that it would be best for you to approach life this way, because this will help you to live your life better, to plan better, not to be so afraid of the future, or to be overly excited about the future, and not to dwell too much in the past. Because if you focus this way, you're going to make your future even more brighter. Okay, you're going to achieve your goals sooner, and you're going to be more productive. Your stomach may be a little bit sensitive, or your digestive tract, particularly if you are a Capricorn who maybe you had some digestive issues in the past. Maybe you have like a chronic illness here, some chronic um, pain that affects your digestive tract. So pay particular attention to what is it that you are putting in your body. Some of you could be consulting a doctor or a healthcare professional, because you may discover around this time that maybe you have some sort of a vitamin or mineral deficiency around this time. And once you figure this, it's going to you're going to also find the solution. I'm getting the sense of some of you going through lotions that you use, anything that you use in your skin, or looking at the ingredients. Some of you are going through uh, things that you use in your home to clean your house. Okay, and you are looking the list of the chemical ingredients in the back. Some of you are going to, so you're reading labels. Some of you are reading the labels of foods and drinks that you are drinking. So it feels like you're going through some sort of huge health cleanup, if I'm allowed to say it that way. But there's going to be a health focus attention for many of you throughout May. If you are someone who wanted to be pregnant or maybe start fertility treatment, like something here gets triggered and it may just out of nowhere give you the results that you want. That is the case for some of you. But I'm also getting this huge sense of some of you reading and getting more information about niacin and how that would affect your body, and particularly if you are a woman struggling with certain fertility issues. That's the case for some of you. I'm also getting the sense that some of you are about to get some news about you becoming an uncle, an aunt, a grandparent. So, news of somebody being pregnant or a baby being born around this time for some of you. Some of you are going to be dealing, Capricorns, with a situation where either a loan gets forgiven, or you suddenly okay, there's a chance, an opportunity for you to work out some sort of a payment plan around a loan. But whatever this is, whether it is money owed to you or you owing money to somebody, it's going to work out. I'm seeing some of you potentially getting a loan from a bank, but I'm seeing you consulting, getting a quote for in case that may need to happen in the near future. So some of you are putting money down for a house or property or something else, even for a car. So that's the case for some of you. You may be catching your partner, maybe you're married, maybe you have a partner, you may be catching a partner in a tiny white lie, try not to make a big deal out of it. That is the case for some of you. If you are somebody who invests your money, or maybe that's what you do for work, you deal with investments, major huge shift and changes may be happening. Pay very attention to bank accounts, the proper number, the proper bank number. It could be something here that maybe it escaped your attention before and now is going to be resolved. But pay attention, particularly if you have to transfer money, or particularly if you have to do any online payments. Okay, throughout the month of May. So, Capricorn, I hope that this is making sense to you. Always remember to listen for your sun sign, your rising sign, or your moon sign. Now we have Aquarius, Aquarius sun, Aquarius rising, and Aquarius moon. There is this renewed sense of vitality. Areas of your life that felt stale, you're going to feel like now they are getting a fresh start or a kick, or they are getting fresh energy. I'm seeing that for some of you, you may need to have and make important decisions between you and your partner. Okay, you and your spouse. You may have to talk about finances, family life, a living situation, properties. So it feels like you're going to have to make important plans, whether to buy or sell a property, whether to have a child or not. So it feels like there is this overall sense that a marriage or a relationship that you have somehow it has reached that point where it needs the upgrade, it needs to mature. That's the case for some of you Aquarians. For other Aquarians, there's a situation that you may have to address something from the past. You may have to deal with an ex. It could be about emotions or memories of them. You may be running into them. It could be about you dealing with former friends. It could be about you, okay, communicating or hearing from or hearing news about an ex-boss, ex-co-workers, friends from way, 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 way back when. And now it feels Aquarius that whatever has been happening in your life, whatever has been, has been. Now you feel free to have something new happening to you in your life. There is this sense that whatever your personal struggles may be, either with your feelings, with your health, for some of you, in a relationship, in a love related matter, now it feels that something new wants to come in. For something new, for some of you, you may deal with a situation where a new job shows up for you. You land a new job. For some of you, you may end up attracting a new person in a romantic sense. For some of you, maybe you recently just did attract someone to date, to be connected with in a romantic sense. For some of you, for other Aquarians, it feels like you are attracting a whole new social group of people. You dealing with foreign lands, foreigners, foreign cultures, foreign languages will bring you a great deal of luck. That's what I'm getting for you. You are also hesitating, having to deal with certain transactions. You are not sure whether you like to pay for something. You're not sure whether you like to purchase something. Could be courses, classes. So it feels like when it comes to your financial affairs, in May, you seem to be very, very cautious with investments. What is it that you are spending? So you feel reserved about having to spend your money for some reason. So you invitations will be extended to you. You're going to have plenty of chances to catch up with friends and family, to hang out, to have fun. So for some reason, if before was a little bit difficult for you to get more enjoyment out of life, to have more fun, now suddenly everything is go, go, go. Where there has been a situation that you are struggling with, now suddenly you are given the green light. If you are a creative Aquarius, it feels like maybe you had like a writer's block. Now, if you are working on a script, now you continue with the script. If you are working on the book, now you continue with the book. If you were painting and maybe you stop for a while, you are continuing to do that. So whatever is it that you are creative with, pottery, I don't know, fashion, making videos, whatever it is, okay. And I am just getting the sense that for some of you, it could be that through other people you get opportunities. It could be other people that are thinking of introducing you to somebody, okay, and see if there is a connection between the two of you. For some of you, you may be getting some media or social media exposure. Other people may be talking about you on social media. A video or something you post in one of your social media pages will get a lot of audience, a lot of clicks, a lot of views. So right now, look and examine carefully if there is somebody you like to partner up with to create something together, a video, to create courses together, classes, to collaborate in some ways, whether it is to collaborate for fun or to collaborate with the idea of generating money together. So that's the case for some of you Aquarians. I'm getting eye-related issues for you as well. I forget which other sign the same information came through. So some of you may be going to the eye doctor. Some of you may have other issues with your eyes. Maybe you need eye drops, but minor things that are very, very resolvable. At the same time, if you had some health issues that, when you're sick, it's going to get to you emotionally, but sometimes when you're not doing well emotionally, it may get to you physically with your health. So if you have been scattered emotionally or with your health, you felt a little bit scattered, now in May you're going to feel like, okay, now I feel more and more into my physical power, emotional power. You're going to feel more like yourself. Around this time, you are going to, on purpose, create a new daily schedule, new daily routines, new daily habits. So it's all about getting rid of old habits, creating new habits, things that work better for your daily work, for your daily life. Now, pay attention because you may be dealing with a situation that seems deceiving. Could be a person, could be a situation, it could be about something big that gets revealed in the news and something hidden. It could be about politicians, religious figures, personalities, famous people. Like big lies are being exposed, and you're going to, even in your own personal life, okay, it may be that some big truth gets revealed and you're like, I had no idea, that this is who this person was, or that was happening with this person behind closed doors. So some shocking news, but it's all about truth being exposed, and you may be part of that. Okay, this could be happening to you as well. You may feel ready to tell the truth or to confide, or truth being revealed in some ways. Some of you will be having a great deal of luck with drawings or prizes. When you win a prize or you enter a contest and you win something for free, it could be like a tiny little something, maybe a scratch ticket for some of you. But I'm seeing like Aquarians like winning tiny little prizes or entering a competition for fun, or even developing new hobbies. So somehow you're going to feel that you are now attracting your soul group or a person with whom you connect to at a personal level. And it could be a romantic attraction, a sexual attraction between the two of you for some of you. So either or, you're going to feel that at the very least emotionally, there's a huge shift taking place in May. I hope that made sense to you, Aquarius, and always remember to listen for your sun, rising sign, and your moon sign. And now we have Pisces. Pisces sun, Pisces rising, and Pisces moon for May 2025. You may be feeling that some of your responsibilities are too much, and you may be feeling about talking to the proper people, the proper channels, about relieving you from some of these responsibilities. It could be through work that you feel like this. Maybe you have been doing the work of another person and it's not fair, or you just can't do it anymore. It could be that in the family, people that you are responsible for to take care of, it's a little bit too much for you and you may need a break. Okay, so it's all about you now needing a new balance. You are going to feel the need to have a little bit more time to dedicate to yourself, to take care of yourself. The Akashic records, Pisces, are showing me a lot of you going to the hairdresser or changing your hair color, your style. I'm getting the sense of male Pisces going to the barber and doing something different with their physical appearance. Many of you will be shopping for like new clothes, a new wardrobe. Okay, you may be invited to join an organization, a country club. You may be invited to join like an exclusive event that not too many people get access to or are invited to. Whatever this is, you're going to feel very honored by it because not too many people are invited to this event or to this organization or country club or this VIP, so to speak, group of people. If you are self-employed or if you have like a spirituality based business, I'm getting a sense of your clientele growing, more and more new clients, new people coming your way to try your services. If you sell products, I'm getting the sense of you introducing your products and sales going very well. They may start a little slow in May, but throughout the next 3 months, sales will be increasing. This is the perfect time for you to take courses, classes, to train. If you are the one who likes to teach others, whether it is spirituality based courses or other stuff, this is the perfect time for you. For some of you, I'm seeing this sense that somehow you know how to teach something. You may be teaching online. Maybe you know math and you do tutoring online, or a foreign language, or whatever this is. But I'm seeing some of you becoming teachers on your spare time. This may be like a second job or a business on a line. Like I'm seeing, in other words, money coming to you from a different financial source other than the main source of your income, which for most of people is your paycheck. Okay. For those of you who have a partner, you could be receiving some good news about your partner and his or her financial situation. They either get a job or maybe they have an inheritance coming in. So there's some good news about joint finances that you have with another person. If you are a parent and maybe there were some struggles with your child, either with their school, with their health, or with their friends, now something suddenly changes and it gets better, and you're going to feel a huge deal of relief. Some of you may be receiving news about someone in your life retiring, going in pension. Maybe they're not in this moment going in pension, but they may be announcing when they're planning of retiring or getting their pension. If there is some issues around you getting paid 401k, pension, money being stuck somewhere in an account and maybe you didn't have access to it, now you will be granted access to it. If you were looking to get government assistance, any help, anything that you qualify to get from the government, whether it's food stamps, Section 8, unemployment, anything else that the government in your country gives for you and you are entitled to, I see you going through the proper channels, the proper people, filling out the right forms, applications, and having access to whatever is granted to you. Having access to healthcare, that seems to be very, very important for some of you, and they want me to emphasize this. Okay, healthcare seems to be very much highlighted for Pisces, whether it's healthcare for you or for someone that you are responsible for. So some sort of an unexpected payment or some money showing up unexpectedly for you. You may be thinking of what is next for your career. You may be giving a great deal of thought, whether it's about a job, a career, a field. So it feels like you could be examining the situation around work, whether you like to stay in the same field, same job, same department, same profession. And if not, you're going to be doing research for the next few months of your life about what else to do. Because for some of you, maybe what you do for your main job, it's not as fulfilling. You may be looking into other stuff. So for some reason, I'm getting for you Pisces a great deal of luck around you attracting more money, whether it is through a paycheck, second job, or just money showing up for you unexpectedly, even through a partner or a spouse that you have. It's very important that you understand that some of you had to go through some sort of misunderstanding before. It's going to be resolved, but you need to figure out where in the misunderstanding, what part you played in the misunderstanding, and what part the other person or the group of people, if that's the case, contributed in that misunderstanding. If you felt a little bit scattered, now you're going to feel more focused. So a situation eases up, or like there is this sense that you're easing up and life becomes a little bit easier, and the energy, even the emotional energy that you feel internally, doesn't feel as intense as before. They are encouraging you to go after what is it that you desire, especially when it comes to money and career. Ask for the job, apply for the job, ask for the raise. So this is the time for you that you need to invest on what is it that you need to do to better your financial situation or your career, if that makes sense to you. If you are satisfied with what you have, then you are satisfied. So I hope, Pisces, that this is making sense to you. Always listen for your sun sign, rising sign, and moon sign. And I would like to remind everybody to please subscribe. And when you do subscribe, please turn on the notification bell. And you're going to see different options. Click on the first option that says all. So this way you are going to be notified about all of the activities in this channel. I am always available for personal readings. You can always email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. My email is in the chat, but is also listed down here below in the description box. I will also put it in the comments, and visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. I offer a variety of services, from tarot readings, energy clearings, Reiki, Akashic Records readings, Akashic Records healing, love frequency channeled from Jesus Christ face readings. There's a system based in Chinese medicine called 9-star key reading, where you give me your birthday and I break down the different patterns of your birthday, and I explain the energy of your birthday and how to use the energy of it, etc., etc. So again, for more information, please do visit my website, www.amalightworker.com. And I didn't have a chance, because I was channeling the information for each sign of the zodiac. I didn't have a chance to go through all of the comments. I see Yosanj, how are you? Arkai from UK. Ali, how are you? Ramatu Mustafa from London. Harriet, Priestess of Isis, how are you? Jay, Blue Eyes, Carrie Bryant, thank you so much for the compliment. Jackie Clettle, if I'm saying that correctly, and Jean Danek. So thank you so much. I hope that made sense to everybody. And if anybody likes to help me with the timestamps later, when YouTube automatically posts this, because right now I'm live. So remember to like, share, and subscribe, and email me for a private reading at amalightworker@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and I will see you again next time. Bye for now. Okay, yeah, there's one more comment. I have worked with Amma for over 10 years, and she has always been spot on with all of her services. Thank you so much, Carrie. And I do plan on putting together healing classes. There are a lot of planetary movements right now that are going to be affecting our finances globally, but also personally. So through the Akashic Records, they tell me what to channel, what healing to create, so we can deal with karma around money and finances, blockages, ancestor curses around money. So if anyone is interested in attending a group healing, I will be doing this as a group healing, but I can also offer it as a personal service around money, healing about money. Do let me know. Saturn is going to be affecting our finances for a couple of months, and it's not going to be as easy. That is the information that I got. Even though there are other planetary movements that are going to be very favorable about money, we still have some difficulties. So if anyone is interested in that, do comment either in the chat or in the description box, so that I can set a date and a time and put that together. And the type of healing that I do You don't have to be present because different people are located in different time zones. Okay, you don't have to be there present. I'm going to record it and send out the recording to the participants so that you can always do it later as well. So for those of you who had like a healing about finances with me, a healing about health, about love, I did offer it as a package, and it's still available as a package for those of you who are interested. Do let me know. And that package also came with free energy clearing and free love frequencies sent to you once a week. It is a package that was every week we would meet for at a specific time and date based on your availability as well. And I would do the healing and also offer the free services. So, Carrie, please do email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. So it is healing done with Akashic records, and we're going to separately address each week finances, health, and love. And on top of that, as a gift to you, I also offer 3 energy clearings for free and 3 love frequency channeled through Jesus Christ for free. So do email me, Carrie, about it, and whoever else is interested. But I'm also going to create something that is more appropriate for a group where we all come together and understand that the spirit knows what clients to bring, okay, for this group healing, and it is all going to make sense to you. And I have organized in the past group energy clearings as well. Those are very, very powerful, and I'm thinking of bringing those again because so far this year has been difficult to some level. If it wasn't difficult financially, it was difficult in some ways, but we have to go through difficulties before um, luck shifts and changes for the better. This is an important year, 2025. It is just as important as 2020 when we had to go through the pandemic. So healing and clearings are suggested by spirit, not only to me that I put together for the audience, but also they have suggested the same thing to other energy workers. So do let me know in the comments if you are interested, so I can set it up, make a video about it with the link, prices, and all of that. There is an energy exchange here that happens, and I love to do this type of work as a group setting because the energy is amazing. The more people come together, the more powerful it is, and the way how we all connect in the group people. And I do this on Zoom online, and the way how we all connect people that we have never seen each other before from different parts of the world is just amazing. And even though I have been doing this work for years, every time I do a healing for a person, even though this could be a regular client, every time I do a session, it feels brand new. The energy is amazing. I'm just amazed about what the Akashic records show me, or the energy shows me, because I provide different services. It's like I'm always fascinated. Okay, so thank you very much to everybody. Carrie, I expect you to email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. I wish the very, very, very best to everyone, and I will reconnect with you soon. Remember to subscribe. Thank you.